Hi, doctor. I'm an obese person with a 47 BMI, so I'm about 315, 316 pounds. A little more on some days, a little less on some days. You know how it is. Um, I have a bunch of other problems because of my weight, type 2 diabetes. I have serious joint issues that I can't actually get taken care of because of my weight, even though, I need surgery, but I can't get the knee replacements done because my weight will just ruin the knee replacements. Um, and I have a whole bunch of other problems: high blood pressure, high cholesterol, the type 2 diabetes, as I said. So, I mean, given all of that, my biggest problem that I believe, that at least I think is my overeating. I just never, ever, ever feel full. I don't know what full is. It's strange. It's either I'm either um, too I'm either too full and I want to puke and I don't, but or I'm just hungry. I can't tell the difference between not hungry and about to puke. Like I just can't stop eating. It's weird. I don't personally understand it. I've gone through therapy. I'm still going through therapy, but I just don't ever feel full. I'll eat a full meal, but 10, 15, 20 minutes later, I'm back in walking into the kitchen trying to, stuff my face again, or going out to 7-Eleven to try and get a snack or something like that. Given all of that, and should I talk to my primary care about possibly getting bariatric surgery? All right. I just want to know. Thank you.
So I think there's two pieces here. The first piece is that this person has a lot of medical conditions related to obesity and is really struggling with mobility and requires a joint replacement but can't get the joint replacement because they're too heavy. And this is something I see in my office a couple times a day, it seems like, where people are coming to me almost looking for bariatric surgery as a bridge to a joint replacement. This is a great 1-2 punch. We do the bariatric surgery, we get the weight down, then we have the joint replacement, and between the two of those, we can see a substantial improvement in the mobility. Either one alone doesn't work great, but when you put the two together, you generally can get some meaningful results. So there's one reason why this person should strongly consider bariatric surgery. But now let's talk about their second complaint, that they always feel full. And no matter what they eat, they just continue to need to eat and never seem to feel like they've had enough food. And this is kind of classic for something called leptin resistance. And what it means is that our body releases this hormone called leptin in response to our stomach stretching. And this is supposed to then trigger our brain to say, you're full, stop eating, you're done, relax. And there's some people who it works really, really well on. These are the people who sit down, eat a small meal, and don't think about food for 4 or 5 hours. We all know these people. They tend to be very thin, and they're just blessed with this physiology that remains intact. Leptin resistance and insulin resistance actually have a lot in common, and it's a lot of the same things, like a processed diet, like a sedentary lifestyle, some medications, aging. Many things work to prevent your body from responding appropriately to insulin, and as a result, we develop diabetes. And we have the same thing happening with leptin. And actually, bariatric surgery is a really effective tool. I can't promise you, just like with diabetes, we don't necessarily get a life free of diabetes. A lot of times, 3, 4, 5 years down the road, we start to have to battle it again, but we're battling it at such a lower place than we were before surgery. We see the same thing with leptin resistance, where yes, you're going to have some of the cravings again, you're going to start to think about food again, and that's why it's so critically important to look at all of the underlying causes, like a processed diet, like a sedentary lifestyle, like some medications. And I think as part of bariatric surgery, you have to make sure that it's not just going to be the surgery, it's going to be all of those other things. It's going to be the dietary change. It's going to be the less sedentary lifestyle. It's going to be looking at some medications that may be effective for weight loss, and also eliminating medications that cause weight gain. And so I think this person should absolutely be talking to their primary care doctor about bariatric surgery. And I think that they will, at least for the first part of the first few years after surgery, have a really positive experience in terms of feeling full. But they also need to recognize that they are at risk for developing a recurrence of this and have a plan for the nutrition and the other components that are necessary to maintain this good, healthy leptin response that bariatric surgery can provide.